As I watch Czech and North America in another pre-tournament matchup, no, this way, I'm baffled and bewildered and befuddled. How many pre-tournament games do they really need? I ask this because guys get injured. Guys get injured. Tyler Seguin is hurt. As a Dallas fan, well, you know my opinion on this tournament if you've been watching my channel for more than 2 weeks. I think this tournament, yeah, it's fun. It's good hockey. It's good hockey. You know, these guys are definitely, for those who survived to training camp, they're good to go. They're ready to play. But Sagan's hurt, and all they're saying is lower body injury. And Ryan O'Reilly's replacing for Team Canada. And all I can think is, what? Why? Why? If Seguin is hurt, and if this is an injury that either affects his ability to show up for the open end of the regular season, or it affects his ability during the regular season in terms of maybe he's off to a slow start, or it's an injury that's one of those nagging things and he's got to go back. When they say lower body, it could be groin, could be knee, could be MCL, ACL, could be anything. And it frustrates me because if Dallas goes without Seguin for, say, 3 weeks, 9, 10 games, that's brutal. Brutal. And I don't care about how good the hockey is. And I mean that. Now, watching North America and the Czechs, Team North America is kind of going through, it looks to me like they're having culture shock. Playing Team Europe was bad for them. I think it set the bar low in terms of what they thought the rest of the tournament was going to be. The Czechs were not are not a team that was just thrown together. The Czechs, these guys have played in the Olympics together. These guys have played in World Championships together. These guys know each other. Team Europe is just this ragtag group made up just to get Anze Kopitar into the tournament. And that is a horrible thing to say, but it's absolutely accurate. The NHL views Anze Kopitar as one of its more marketable because he's from the Kings and he's, a young player and he's exciting. So they had to get him in there somehow. But Slovenia is too small. So how do you get him in there? And yes, I'm saying if he was from Switzerland, they'd have a Swiss team in there. If he was Slovakian, they'd have a Slovakian team in there. But they have Team Europe, and they're just going to get killed. That's why I find it funny when people say, well, you can't just have Slovakia and Switzerland in there because they'd get slaughtered. Yeah, Team Europe is going to get slaughtered way worse than Switzerland would. Way worse than Slovakia would. Czech Republic and Slovakia have had some massive tilts. And yeah, Czech normally wins them. But every now and then the Slovakians come up with a fantastic game and they pull it out. And that's why you play these tournaments. You look at the World Cup of soccer and you've got probably 5 or 6 solid contenders for the World Cup. And at the bottom of the 32 team field, you're going to have probably about a half a dozen teams that have I'm not going to say they don't have any business being there. That's cruel. But they're teams that got in by potentially luck, good draw, because they're not in Europe. It's very hard for European countries that are decent to make it. You're going to have these teams in there that are just happy to be there. And they're going to keep games close, but they're not really a threat. And there's no chance they're going to go through to the round of 16. And I've never heard anybody say, well, this just diminishes from the entire tournament. No, it encourages other countries to play. I read an article about how they graded foreign content in the NHL from 20 years ago till now. And they said, well, there aren't very many other countries that are playing hockey. And it's true. There aren't very many countries that have started playing hockey in the last 20 years or have potentially moved forward. I would say that the Danes have got better. And I would say Zuccarello from Norway, that helps. But, they're probably right. the thing is, you can't grow your game without letting other countries play it when you have a big tournament like this. Just let them play their way in. But this tournament is, I'm telling you, Seguin, and the tournament hasn't even started yet. And you look at the hitting, you look at the intensity, you look at the game, the way it's being played. These guys are playing full out. There's no holding back, and because this is just exhibition games, and they're playing full out. So what's going to happen as the intensity ramps up? Guys are going to get hurt. A lot of guys could get hurt. And then what? You know, it's not like basketball or baseball, you know, where the odds of a guy getting hurt in this kind of an exhibition is low, very, very low. It can happen, but in a physical game like this, like, can you imagine the NFL or the CFL putting some kind of a tournament round robin? Let's have all-star games. No, you have the Pro Bowl in the NFL, which is at the end of the year, and it's basically a no-hit game. And honestly, I think the Pro Bowl is the best all-star game in sports because they understand, okay, we're just going to put this out there, and the guys from the Super Bowl teams aren't going to be in it, but whatever. We've got enough players from the other 30 teams that we can put together a really good tournament. It'll be interesting, but I'm not happy. I'm not happy. Another thing, no, I'll touch on that in another video. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not happy about Seguin. No, don't do that. No, that's not what you're looking for. There we go. I just got to find which one it was that I used. Was it these guys? No. Nope, wasn't those guys. Just a sec. Just talk about the tournament amongst yourselves. Wouldn't that be nice? Mm-hmm. I think that's it. Yeah. So the guys who let me have my lock fixed for free, if you need your lock fixed and you don't want to get gouged for it, the guys I called were All Pro Lock and Safe. So ALLPRO, all one word. They have locations in Abbotsford, Agassiz, Aldergrove, Boston Bar, Chilliwack, Fort Langley, Mission, Port Kells, Ruskin, Surrey, and White Rock. And I have to say, I'm very grateful that I didn't have to spend $100 on that. So there's my prop for them. Their website is allprolockandsafe.ca. So allprolockandsafe.ca. So allprolockandsafe, all one word, .ca. So there you go. I said I'd give them props in my next video, and I have. I will be back later. I will have time tonight to do further videos, and I'm going to look up some things that should be covered. But this tournament concerns me greatly, so I figured I'd throw that out there about the Seguin injury. Tyler frickin' Seguin. And somewhere, Mike Ribeiro is unharmed. And Ryan Kessler is still skating around the ice looking for guys to cheap shot. There's no justice. All right, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. And one last note. I thought I was going to add this in another video, but I'll add this now. All pro, no, okay, boom, goes the dynamite. No, stop it. For those of you who use Adblocker Pro, or however it's pronounced, I believe it's Adblocker Pro, they will start putting ads into the software. So they will broadcast ads that you should see, and they're safe. What they're doing is they're taking the ad revenue from the pages that they're blocking you from getting the ads from, meaning if a person uses that software and browses to my video and a commercial loads, because their ad blocker goes, here's an ad for you. They make the money. They get 6% commission on the ad. I make nothing. They are officially making money off of my content. This is insane. Adblocker Pro, when questioned about it, said, well, our developers have to get paid somehow. How do you suppose we do that with a free service? To which, as a content creator, and the No covered this earlier very, very, very well, the irony is delicious. It is, I dumbfounded at the irony of it. This is software that is designed to, yes, there's harmful malware on the internet. Absolutely. You will not get it through YouTube. I know there's malware. It's part of the reason I stopped going to wrestling rumor sites, because I would find myself locked into a page like, your computer's been found to have a virus. Click here. And then you try to click out and it go, don't leave. You have a virus. And it's like, I fucking don't. So, I totally understand ad blockers. I totally understand that software. I've used it myself in the past. I don't have one installed now, but it does deny money going to content creators, and it does provide money for the ad blocking software without blocking ads, and instead it puts ads in there that they've made deals with companies to put in there. I'm baffled. So I will put a link in the comment in the description to the No's video about this. They're more in detail, and they're more eloquent in describing this. But I know people have mentioned ad blocker before. Nothing's free. So, and even the internet isn't free. Those ads, if they're not invasive, like for me, most sites I go to will have Amazon, Lids, or eBay, and it's usually based on stuff I've browsed to or had in my cart. I don't view it as a privacy issue. I don't view it as being against my security. And if I support the site, I know that by clicking on that ad to something I'm going to browse to anyways, that website just made a couple of cents. And I can close that window out, but I do it to support other websites as well. It's a minor thing, but in the grand scheme of things, if everybody on the internet agrees, okay, we'll do this for websites we like. I'm not saying like, wrestling rumor sites that just give you flash after flash after pop-up after pop-up, and there's a lot of them. That I don't excuse, but and I'm not gonna get mad at people for skipping ads and whatnot, or just having that in place. I'm just saying, apparently the next update you're going to get from that company, if it hasn't happened already, you're going to get ads. You're going to get ads all over your browser, and all of those ads, the money goes back to the blocking software. It's a dirty move. It is a dirty move. And they say, well, it's for our developers. Okay, well, what about the content creators that you've been blocking money from for years? Do you think any of them are going to feel bad for you? Because I don't. I really, really don't. Alrighty, that's it for me. And thanks for watching, and I will talk to you all again soon.